Well, for quite a number of years, one of my rancher friends from over in Kona would come to visit, and we'd walk out and we'd look at the river going by, and he said, you know, that's a resource going to waste. We always wanted to do something. At that time, my neighbor was also interested in doing something, and we had to do it together because back then, the middle of the river was our property boundary. Hilo Electric sponsored a small hydropower seminar in conjunction with what was then the University of Hawaii Energy Extension Service. And one of the speakers there, we nabbed him and brought him up here and took a look. He took a look at this and said, yeah, that would be doable. So we had to then go through a lot of background work. There's really no off-the-shelf micro equipment, micro hydro equipment available. What you're doing, you're changing kinetic energy to electrical energy. It's really that simple. And kinetic energy is a combination of the volume and the vertical interval through which it falls. The two factors that enter into hydro are basically stream flow and then the amount of fall that you have, or vertical interval between intake and where you intend to put in your generating unit. We did all those measurements, and they determined that what would be appropriate here would be what's called a cross-flow turbine. It's basically a low-pressure system rather than a high-pressure system. It's not the most efficient means of hydro production, but you go with what you have. And meantime, we started to get prepared for it in terms of building a intake, constructing the feed line for the thing, and then constructing the building to put the equipment in. Basically, I did all of that work myself. I built all of the cement, did all of the cement work. My neighbor, he was a bit older than I was, so he was sort of the supplier. He'd go out and scrounge everything that we needed, get everything that we needed, and then basically I did most of the physical work on it. So we started off building the dam, which is a requirement.